The Oldsmobile Rocket 88 hit showrooms in 1949 and might have been a fairly unremarkable car had Oldsmobile's engineers not decided to shoehorn a powerful V8 motor, originally destined for its bigger saloon cars, under the hood. This seemingly simple decision would go on to change American car history forever. By merging a lightweight body with a high-displacement engine, Oldsmobile unknowingly sparked a revolution, one that would define an entire segment of the automotive industry. Want to know more? Let's dive in. At the time, most vehicles were designed for comfort, practicality, or sheer size. Speed and acceleration were secondary concerns, mostly found in race cars or high-end European models. But the Rocket 88 challenged that norm. Oldsmobile engineers realized that by combining their new Rocket V8 engine with the smaller and lighter 76 series chassis, they could create something groundbreaking, an affordable car that delivered raw, unfiltered power. The results spoke for themselves. The Rocket 88 was a force on the streets, effortlessly outpacing most competition. It wasn't just about moving from point A to point B, it was about getting there faster than anyone else. This shift in focus was what set the stage for what would later be known as muscle cars. Under the hood of the Rocket 88 sat the revolutionary 303 cubic inch V8 engine, the first mass-produced overhead valve OHV V8 in the United States. This wasn't just a minor upgrade, it was a complete rethinking of engine efficiency. The new design allowed for higher compression, improved fuel combustion, and greater power output than traditional flathead engines. With an impressive 135 horsepower and a torque curve that delivered instant acceleration, the Rocket 88 could outpace nearly anything on American roads at that time. It quickly became clear that this wasn't just another family sedan. This was something different, something that demanded attention. It didn't take long for Rocket 88 to prove itself beyond the city streets. NASCAR, which had only just begun organizing stock car races, saw an immediate shift in performance standards. The Rocket 88 became the car to beat in 1949, securing 6 victories in the Grand National Series and establishing itself as a dominant force in American motorsports. These early wins weren't just a fluke. The combination of a powerful engine, a well-balanced chassis, and improved aerodynamics made the Rocket 88 a favorite among racers. Even amateur drivers found success with it, leading to a surge in demand for high-performance vehicles. Suddenly, speed wasn't just for professional drivers. Anyone with the right car could tap into it. Beyond the racetrack, the Rocket 88 became part of American pop culture. In 1951, Jackie Brenston and his Delta Cats released Rocket 88, a song that many music historians consider the first true rock and roll record. The lyrics celebrated speed, power, and the thrill of driving, capturing the spirit of the emerging car culture. For the first time, a production car wasn't just a tool for transportation. It was a symbol of excitement, status, and individuality. The Rocket 88 was no longer just a high-performance vehicle. It had become a statement of American ingenuity and ambition. Oldsmobile capitalized on this cultural shift by marketing the Rocket 88 as something more than just another sedan. Advertisements highlighted its speed, acceleration, and innovative engine design, positioning it as the future of American driving. This approach laid the foundation for muscle car marketing strategies in the decades to come. Figures like John DeLorean of the John DeLorean documentary and marketing guru Jim Wangers would later use similar tactics to promote cars like the Pontiac GTO, reinforcing the idea that performance cars weren't just about power, they were about an entire lifestyle. Without Oldsmobile's pioneering efforts in branding, the muscle car craze might never have gained the momentum it did. Before the Rocket 88, high-performance cars were largely limited to luxury brands or European imports. The idea that an American car company could produce something that rivaled these elite models was unheard of. Yet, Oldsmobile proved it was possible, and in doing so, forced other car manufacturers to rethink their priorities. Suddenly, manufacturers had to consider more than just comfort and reliability. They needed to offer excitement. The Rocket 88 proved that performance could be a selling point, pushing automakers like Ford, Chevrolet, and Chrysler to begin experimenting with high-powered models of their own. As the Rocket 88 gained popularity, hot rodders saw its potential. Enthusiasts quickly realized that its powerful engine could be transplanted into even lighter frames, creating machines capable of extreme speed and acceleration. This movement played a crucial role in fueling the muscle car craze that would dominate the 1960s. From backyard mechanics to professional racers, the Rocket 88 became a legend in custom car circles. It was an engine swap favorite, a go-to choice for drag racing, and the perfect foundation for experimentation. This hands-on culture of modifying and upgrading cars helped solidify the Rocket 88's place in muscle car history. It's easy to look at the muscle cars of the 1960s and assume they came out of nowhere, but the truth is, they all followed a formula that Oldsmobile perfected in 1949: lightweight chassis, big engine, and unmatched power. The Dodge Charger, Ford Mustang, and Pontiac GTO all owe their existence to the precedent set by the Rocket 88. Each new generation of muscle cars built upon the foundation established by Oldsmobile's groundbreaking design. As engine technology improved, horsepower numbers soared. Manufacturers leaned into performance branding more than ever. But at the core of it all, the spirit of the Rocket 88 remained alive, a commitment to speed, power, and American ingenuity. Hey now, if you love classic cars and the history behind them, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives. Drop your favorite muscle car in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Okay, one of the most profound consequences of the Rocket 88's introduction was the transformation of youth culture. Before the late 1940s, cars were largely viewed as family-oriented purchases, with practicality and reliability being the main concerns. However, as teenagers and young adults in the post-war era sought more independence, the Rocket 88 became a tool for self-expression. It was one of the first historic cars that appealed directly to younger drivers who wanted more than just a means of getting from one place to another. The thrill of acceleration, the freedom of open roads, and the competitive spirit of driving fast quickly became part of the American identity, an evolution often explored in History Channel shows and features in events like Car Week 2018 that celebrated automotive milestones. With speed becoming a more prominent aspect of daily driving, law enforcement agencies had to adapt to the new reality of high-powered vehicles on the streets. Police departments across the U.S. began to upgrade their fleet with more powerful patrol cars to keep up with the performance boom. The Rocket 88 indirectly led to a new era in highway policing, where officers required training in high-speed pursuit tactics and specialized vehicles to enforce traffic laws effectively. This was a significant departure from previous decades, where speeding was less of a concern simply because most cars weren't capable of extreme acceleration. Another unexpected consequence of the Rocket 88's rise was its influence on automotive safety. While speed thrilled drivers, it also led to an increase in accidents as more people tested the limits of their vehicles. Car manufacturers soon realized that if performance was going to be a selling point, safety needed to evolve alongside it. The Rocket 88 might not have been built with safety in mind, but its impact forced the industry to acknowledge the need for balance between power and protection. This transformation in automotive design has been a key subject in history specials and is often compared to later safety advancements seen in vehicles like the DeLorean and other muscle cars documented in Pontiac GTO documentaries. In film and television, the Rocket 88 and the muscle car movement it sparked helped shape Hollywood's portrayal of speed and rebellion. Many iconic car chase scenes from the 1960s onward were inspired by the raw energy that cars like the Rocket 88 brought to popular culture. The archetype of the fearless driver, speeding down highways with the roar of a V8 behind them, became a staple of action films. The idea that a car could be as much a character as the people on the screen was solidified in Hollywood, leading to franchises centered around street, muscle car racing, and high-performance vehicles. Anyone wanting to see how this influence unfolded can watch History Channel for insights into how cars like Rocket 88 shaped not just driving culture, but also entertainment history. Despite its significance, the Rocket 88 itself never became a long-term model. Oldsmobile continued producing high-performance cars, but the nameplate disappeared in the mid-1950s as newer models took center stage. However, the rocket engine family continued to evolve, powering various Oldsmobile models well into the 1970s. These engines maintained the reputation for durability and performance that had made the original Rocket 88 such a success. The 1980s and 1990s saw a decline in muscle cars as stricter emissions regulations and rising fuel costs changed consumer priorities. Modern muscle cars, such as the Dodge Hellcat series and the reborn Chevrolet Camaro SS, adhere to the same principles that Oldsmobile pioneered: high horsepower, aggressive styling, and an emotional connection to the driving experience. Even electric performance cars, like the Tesla Model S Plaid, can trace their lineage back to the Rocket 88's philosophy of delivering exhilarating speed in a practical package. Car collectors know that the Rocket 88 made history. Classic models sell for high prices, proving its impact. It wasn't just another car, it made performance driving mainstream. So next time you hear a powerful engine, remember, it all started with the Rocket 88. Looking back, the Rocket 88 wasn't just another car, it was a game changer. It took everyday driving and injected it with power, excitement, and a bit of rebellion. This wasn't just some luxury sports car for the rich, it was built for the streets, for people who craved more than just transportation. It proved that speed and performance weren't just for the racetrack, they could be a part of daily life. Without it, muscle car icons might not exist as we know them today. Even modern high-horsepower cars owe a debt to the Rocket 88 for redefining what driving could be. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Rocket 88, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And hey, let us know in the comments, what's your all-time favorite muscle car? We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next one.